Hello and welcome to another St. John Norrona midweek message. This is a little bit of an unusual one. I'm not dressed in my usual pastoral garb. I'm also walking as we go. So walking is good for you in so many different ways, and there is many scriptural images using walking to help us understand the way we move through the world with God. And I'll probably touch on that one of these days. But today, I'm dressed a little bit differently than I usually do on a Sunday morning. And that's for a particular purpose. I was just thinking about that passage in Ephesians where it talks about the whole armor of God. And there's some interesting parallels to what I'm wearing right now. So it starts with, at the top, with the helmet of salvation. Well, I'm not wearing a helmet, but I'm wearing a very specific piece of headgear, a Western hat. And it doesn't protect me from being hit on the head with a sword, not very well. I'll slow it down a little bit, but what it does, it protects me from the rain and also from the sun. The wide brim protects the tops of my ears from getting sunburned, and it also keeps the sun out of my eyes, and it's excellent protection when you're out on the prairies for a lot of hours on horseback. Moving down a little bit, we had the breastplate of salvation, and what I'm wearing is a Western shirt, and very specifically one with dome fasteners, snaps. That's a protective item. And like the breastplate protected a Roman soldier from attacks, the shirt, a Western shirt, protects the cowboy in case something gets snagged. The snaps will pop loose and the shirt will come loose rather than snagging and pulling him off the horse. Then we have a belt of salvation. Well, I've got a belt on, and it's important to have a belt. Hold your pants up. But also in the Roman armor, the belt was what fastened the entire armor suit to the soldier. So without the belt, everything would come loose. So then we had, further down, we had the Roman soldier had plates, metal plates on his lower legs that would also protect from arrows and blows in combat. Well, Western jeans are strong, sturdy, and very, very abrasion resistant. The idea of that is that you've got a rope coming across and rubbing on your legs. Well, your jeans are going to keep your leg from being burned if the rope should slip or if it should slide up and down. And finally, the gospel of peace, which are the shoes. Now, I'm not wearing Roman sandals, I'm wearing Western riding boots, which have a protective function as well. They had a high heel and have a high heel in order to keep your foot from going through a stirrup so that you don't get dragged if you go off the horse. And the gospel of salvation protects our foot from going into our mouth and getting ourselves into big trouble and getting ourselves dragged off. So that list of armor in Ephesians was there as an illustration of the things that God does for us and protects us and keeps us moving forward. And the fact that God equips us to serve and love one another. In the same way, the cowboy's outfit, his clothing, protected, like the hat and the shirt, pants, the boots are all protective gear, and the belt holds it all together so that you don't lose anything. Well, God protects us, guards us, equips us so that we can live together in a way that loves and serves and a way that proclaims the gospel. So Paul's words for us are very important in that we need to equip ourselves and care for our equipment so that we can care for one another. So as you walk through your summer, as you walk through your life, may you be armed with the full armor of God. And whether that's a Western hat of salvation, or a Roman helmet of salvation, or a hard hat of salvation as you use in the course of your work, wear your protective equipment and serve and love one another, and so serve God. May God bless your week, and may God give us the power, the equipment, and the readiness to serve and love one another. Go in peace. Amen.